It's been a while since I've talked about a Gunstock. It was my bread and butter like a year or two ago, and then something happened. The Pro Tommy happened, and it was too good. There was nothing I could do. But this mod, this combination is like $800. And I didn't want to kick off this video talking about another Gunstock, something wholly unaffordable for a lot of people. But minus the haptics on this, which are by far the thing that make this amazing. It was just how modular it was. How you could start with something simple, like the basic mag tube, and then, you know, from there you could upgrade. You could get the Pro Volver and force tube and attach everything in such a way that it's just this all-in-one haptic thing. And I love it. But then this guy sent me something that couldn't be ignored. And it's kind of wild. It works amazing. I'm gonna say that right out the gate. It does a couple things I've never seen another Gunstock do before, and I'm here for it. You guys are watching Bringhurst VR. Alright, so we're just gonna get into it. I was hesitant to make this video for a couple reasons, but mostly because I didn't want to build it. I didn't want to take this monstrosity out of the box and put it together because it looked like so much, but it's not that bad. So, okay.
Okay. No more. Okay.
What we have here, my God. Everything about this is entirely modular and adjustable. The left controller comes off easy. It's very strong. And as you can see here, it's like an axis. There are 3 of these connectors on every point. One to tilt forward and backward, left and right. One to pivot inward and outward. And they all kind of just clump together in the center here so that if you drop every single one of them, then it is a fully adjustable, rotating monstrosity. When you got it where you want it, you would just lock everything down. And then you've got this smorgasbord of just hooks and ways of adjusting this thing. And you'll notice that this is especially unique. There's this elastic band right here. What could that be for? So when you're playing this thing, you can tilt that forward. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen. I'm not even gonna get yet to the coolest aspect of this whole thing and how impressive it is. But I imagine that you could use something like that to pump a shotgun or to go one-handed for a second. Then when you're done, you just lock it back down. The same goes for this back controller. It's got the same wild mess of levers to just articulate and unlock absolutely everything so that it's fully adjustable. On top of that, the Gunstock on the back right here, you can bring that up to remove the pad that you would rest your chin on. Twist this to articulate that wherever you want it to be. And I haven't played with it yet, but you can see right here that there are these teeth right here so that you could take one of the included bolts, loosen this, and then you'd be able to adjust and tilt this relative to your shoulder. I haven't done that because I'm really happy with just how this is positioned and the other modifications that come with it. I don't need to play with this, but it's there. As far as the position of the back pad, drop that. It fully articulates and lock it down. And then of course on the back here, we've got more of that elastic, which lends to this thing where when you're adjusting this, it always wants to kind of bounce back to something in the middle so that when you pop that mid-game real quick to make an adjustment, it's not just gonna fall and slump down. And then, now if you want to treat it like a normal Gunstock, he provides these, just little attachable doohickeys so that you can loop a strap through it and connect it to 2 points on the gun like every other Gunstock you've ever used. But this guy put something together that I really like. This is crazy. He built a belt that connects like my old Weeblo belt. Like, it's just one of these simple things, goes in, pull it to where you want it, and then snap it shut. And then this sits on your hip. And as you can see in this other footage I got, the gun just slides onto it and it's got a huge base to catch on. It doesn't have to be terribly exact. However it goes on, it just fits and it doesn't fall. It's reliable, and if you position it right, it's not too uncomfortable. All of this is 3D printed as far as I can tell. After hours of using this so far, I have not had any issues. It's not breaking on me. It's been reliable. He also includes several screws and wrenches and even a screwdriver to make these adjustments. The only tool I had to use when putting this together was the screwdriver, and I'll explain why. Now, admittedly, this is kind of a bummer, but I also see this as like, well, I don't just see it as, it is an early prototype, but it is for sale. He does want to get these out there into the wild, but when attaching the controller, he's using the old school band. So you'd put the controller in and then take a flathead and tighten it. Same with this side. See right there, it's just a band. You stick the controller in, tighten it, and so far it's working fantastic. You don't have to tighten it too much, and so for me getting both the controllers in, it took me 30 seconds. It would be cool if down the line he were to attach some kind of like a wing nut that you would just twist. Otherwise, I'm fine with the solution. It's more reliable than a lot of other gun stocks I've tried, but if not for that, this whole thing would be built, done, good to go without even the screwdriver. So that's my 10 cents. So in short, what we have is a prototype that works really well in terms of functionality and adjustments and that sliding shotgun feature. I mean, I haven't found a reason to use that yet, but it works so well, I can't wait to make use of it. It's just so impressive, the inclusion of the bands and just how quick, flipping it up, flipping it down, and all of these different adjustments. And I'm still learning to use it, but I've seen video of this guy just blindfolded, rapid fire, making adjustments, snapping it down, and even dropping it on his hip, literally blind. And he's doing it perfect. And so while I find it easy to use and I'm excited to see, how quick I can get at this down the line, it's still a little bit clumsy for me. I'm still trying to master it, but this guy, he knows what he's doing. And so with a bunch of practice, I think that this would just be second nature. But that's the thing. This is just a guy. There's no facility. There's no warehouse. There's none of that. And he's telling me that these are hand built. He's taken a lot of time to put these together. And if you want one, you can get one. But it takes something like 3 days or more to actually compile and print and put it together. And so without a huge backlog of people wanting it, he's having to charge like $250 a unit for this, which honestly, for everything this does and for how well built it is, I see it and it makes perfect sense. And I'll leave a link down below if you guys want to check it out and support him. But he's also saying that if he could get like 100 orders, backlogged and kind of built up and have that money in the pocket to kind of, buy product in advance and maybe even hire a couple guys to help him build this stuff, he'd be able to output that more and in time drop the price. And so if you want to support this guy, his link will be down below. I'm excited for this. I love that this is just a guy, like a mad scientist, putting stuff together in his basement. Like that's kind of what this is. And I have a video that he sent me via Discord that kind of really outlines exactly what this thing can do and how quick he's gotten at it. That kind of blindfold thing I was talking about, and even just putting it together from scratch. You saw that here with my footage, but he's got it too. So I'll link that video down below as well. And I'm not making the cut on this. I don't have any discount codes for you. I'm sorry, maybe down the line. This is just something cool that I'm excited about, and you could be one of the people on the ground floor with something very unique that no one else has. And if you want to support this guy, you should. And in a couple weeks, I'm going to host a live stream, members only, where I'll be giving this gun stock away. So I hope that you guys join me over there. I don't have anyone with me right now because it's new and I'm a loser, but I'd sure love your support, and it's a great way of supporting my channel. Thank you to him for sending this to me. Thank you for being here. Tell me what you thought of this down below. And I have a website down below as well. It links to all of the available games I have. It's nearly every meta game, and it'll have between 10 and 20% off depending on the time of year. But I have to build that list myself, and so it doesn't have everything there. But if there's a game you want and you don't see it in that list, there is a button you can click, and I can add that game and get you that discount right away. I also have discounts to headsets and accessories, and between 5 and 20% off using a code. That's also on that website. And by using any of that, you'd be supporting my channel, and I'd appreciate you. Please subscribe, like this video. It does my channel a world of good. You guys have been watching Bringhurst VR. Godspeed.